So major Disney news, and let's talk about it because this is very wicked. See the pluses, I can see the minuses, but let's talk about some elephants in the room, shall we? So Disney changed the down payment system for the passes. Now the passes didn't really come down in price, but the down payments most certainly did. Where the down payment would have been $205 just to get this pass, but now they changed it to $100 down to get this pass. Interesting thing to note, you can see that typically if you pay the $205, you're paying $79, whereas you're paying $100, now you're paying $88. So that $100 difference is now moved over to your monthly payment. A couple things to keep in mind now that that's changed. One, I think we're about to hit a major recession in the economy. It's coming sooner than you think. That they're trying to get as many people to get annual passes now before the inevitable. Because when the economy does take that downward turn, then nobody will have the money to go to Disney or spend the money for trips and tickets. Might as well get the annual pass now for the cheapest rate rather than having to pay for a day ticket. Because when you really think about it, if you're going to go pay for a day ticket and you're paying like $188, it's a lot more feasible to pay the $100 a month for a whole year than having to pay $200 per person. If you're a family of four and you're paying $200 per person, that could be $1,000 right off the gate. Whether I could pay $400 for a family of four, and then now I can ball out of control while I still have it. I also think like it's a little devious because if you're paying $100 for it, it does make the monthly payments slightly higher. And that's the thing that kind of really like irks me a bit is that, okay, if I'm paying, you do the down payment for $205, then that kind of absorbed a little bit of the cost for the monthly payments. So if I got the credit pass, I'm paying $77, whereas you drop $100, now you're paying $90. You're still kind of paying that $100 if I round it up. I think right now this is definitely like pointing to, I think for many people that don't have passes, this is definitely like a good thing for them. But I also think for the long run, it may be costly. That's just kind of where my mind is going, is that if I'm thinking about a monthly payment for 12 months, adding $100 every month, and you only plan on visiting once, you're probably not going to get your money's worth. So if you're out of town, sure, it may seem like a great deal, but you got to go all the time. But I think the one thing about this change that is really kind of concerning is because they don't like really drop down the price for their down payment. So I think we're really on the cusp of seeing some economic downturn because they haven't done this in a long time. And now we're kind of nosediving it. I say the only thing that is going to probably make a big change, and I'll say that I'm looking at specifically, if they decrease the ticket prices, increase the overall cost of the annual passes themselves. Not just the down payment, the cost of the annual passes. If those change, buckle up, boys. We're in for it. Because they know you're not going to be able to afford it. We're making it so that way you can pay for it, and that way you're kind of locked into it, and now you can't leave. You're beholden to Disney forever and ever. This is an interesting turn of events. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's a crazy change. I'm going to be for the best, I think. Regardless of what I think. I think it's a trap, but I don't know. What do you guys think?